Good morning and welcome to today's Sports Brief. I'm Gerhard Mathangani. The Alabama sports writers have spoken and they have voted on their latest high school football polls. We'll start in Class 7A. Defending state champion Thompson, the unanimous #1 team, 5-0 on the season, averaging 45 points per game. Meanwhile, Hoover is up to the #2 spot, followed by Auburn. Hewitt-Trussville down 2 spots. Central Phoenix City is also in the top 5. Prattville, Fairhope are number 6 and 7. Daphne and Theodore are tied at 8, and Austin drops from 5th to 10th. Class 6A, undefeated Mountain Brook remains #1. Defending state champion Oxford is 2nd, followed by Pinson Valley. Saraland is up 2 spots to #4. Clay Chalkville is 5th. Elsewhere, Coleman up 1 spot to #8, and Blunt took a bit of a tumble, falling from 3rd to 9th. Defending state champion Central Clay County continues to hold the #1 spot in 5A. St. Paul's is 2nd, also unbeaten on the year. Ramsey is 3rd. Last year's runner-up Pleasant Grove is 4th, followed by Guntersville, who makes their first appearance in the top 5. Alexandria and Pike Road both up 1 spot to 6th and 7th, respectively. Faith Academy drops to 8th. Demopolis and UMS Wright round out the top 10. In Class 4A, American Christian is the #1 team by unanimous vote. Undefeated teams also claim the top 5 spots: Gordo, Madison County, Madison Academy, and Mobile Christian. Bibb County dropped 4 spots to #6 after their first loss on the year. Jacksonville is 7th, followed by Etowah. Good Hope replaces Viger, who dropped out of this week's polls, and Jackson is #10. Not a lot of change in Class 3A. Defending state champion Piedmont retains the #1 spot. Fife, Wellborn, Flomaton, and T.R. Miller round out the top 5. Pike County's loss drops them out of the top 10. Meanwhile, Montgomery Catholic, Ohatchee, Montgomery Academy, Thomasville, and Opp round out the top 10. Only one big change in Class 2A. Randolph County replaces Leroy as the #1 team with 17 first-place votes. Mars Hill, Red Bay, and Lynette follow. Leroy drops from 1st to 5th. Meanwhile, Spring Garden, GW Long, Clark County, and Elba, as well as North Sand Mountain, are your top 10. And there was no change in the Class 1A poll. All 1 through 10 remained the same. Brantley once again the #1 unanimous team. Linden, Sweetwater, Maplesville, and Nottasulga in the top 5. A mix of teams around the state holding serve in the top 10 after week 4 of the season. Game week in the SEC brings a lot of excitement, not only for the fans, but this very unusual season is also unique for the players and coaches who are getting ready to start their seasons. Alabama hits the road to Missouri for Game 1. Meanwhile, Auburn will host Kentucky. Players from both teams say they're excited for the season, and they're trying to keep all the oddities of 2020 in perspective.
Just watching a bunch of games, at the end of the day, the field's 100 yards long and 53 1/3 wide. So, I mean, it's football, right? We just play 11 on 11 and try and do your job every play. But, you know, there's other things that are going to go into it. It may feel a little weird at first, but when that clock starts ticking, you just go out there and play and try and be as safe as you can. But you can't really think about it too much when you're out there playing.
You know, I think I'm more excited than I've ever been to play a football game just because of the build-up that it's had and the questions and the chaos that's led up to this. I think it's now that it's finally here. I think we kind of took it for granted here in years past. We just know it's going to be around the corner and we're just getting ready for it. But now I think you realize how valuable the game is to ourselves and how much we love to be out there and play with our teammates and with our coaches and in an atmosphere that's such as good at Auburn. And I think that we're just really looking forward to, each of us, we're really just happy to be back out there and happy to be in front of a crowd, happy to be play another team besides ourselves, and we get to play football on Saturday, and that's a great feeling, and I'm super excited about it.
And finally, the Atlanta Braves wrapped up the division crown with a win over the Marlins on Tuesday, but they're not putting it on cruise control to the playoffs. Last night, the Atlanta Braves continued their series against the Fish. Braves down early but put together a strong 4th inning, scoring 5 runs to take the lead, and they would not look back. Aussie Albies 2 for 4, 2 runs, and a pair of RBI. The Braves collect 10 hits. They go on to win it 9-4. Braves improved to 34 and 22 on the season. They have 4 regular season games left before their playoff chase. And that's your sports brief this morning. We're back with our program next.